Hey you guys, I'm super excited. We're having a show in September and we need you. This is a call for artists. We don't have the form out yet, but this is your heads up. We want you to create peace. This entire show is going to be a Project Create Peace show. Wait a minute, you don't know what that means? Well, let me show you. All right, I've got a couple examples here. The big one in the room right here is one that I created this summer. This is a big piece. You can see the elements. I'll tell you all about them. Here's another one I made, and this is one in 3D. We're going to have all kinds of categories and several awards. All right, the elements of peace. In case you're not familiar with the project, this is what we're after. This is ground, earth, or mass. It's the concept of the foundation of that which holds things together. It's more than just a box though. It's the idea. It's the idea that God, spirit, light, or love had to think itself into existence in the first place, into mass, into all that we see around us, into us. It's the concept of becoming more than what we are. That's what the project represents. It's an idea that will elevate humanity to become more than it currently is. It's about finding your inner peace. While you create peace is not the time to solve all the other problems. It's the time to redirect your mind to peaceful thoughts. Listen to affirmations. Listen to prayer. Whatever it is that makes you feel better, do that while you create peace. It's not the time to be worried about the future. It's the time to imagine that we're already on the most peaceful path forward. And it may not seem like it right now, but our collective mental energy drives our future. And if we understand this fundamental concept that science is now proving across the board to be a truth, this is how we get there. Creating art is one of the best therapies that you can do. So, the foundation of that which holds it all together is more than just a box. Create it however you want. On my image and on the image that was my inspiration, which I'll stick in right here. This is Billy Meyer's rendition of peace. This is what has inspired this entire project. He spoke to aliens, you guys. It wasn't from me. It's not like I made this thing up. Billy Meyer spoke to aliens. They told him that this image of peace is an ancient earth symbol for peace. Back to this image. And you can see on Billy Meyer's as well that I've created most of the same symbols. A few of the things I wasn't really into, but if you're more inspired by Billy's, create something like that. The concept here is that when you create peace, we'll all see your own inspired version. We will see it, but we will also recognize it as the symbol for peace. So you don't need to make it look just like mine. In fact, it's great if you deviate from the original. Keep the concept in mind. Remember peace while you're creating it. The symbols mean something. They represent life themselves. Back to the sculpture. This sculpture was created with the help of Drew Evans at Chainbreaker Welding, so we want to give him a big shout out. Thanks, Drew. You are awesome. And it works perfectly to explain our sculpture here and our symbol. So we've got the mass understood. Now we have the fountain of life. The fountain of life represents so many things, and it's represented in many spiritual understandings. In this aspect, it represents life flowing over the mass. So easy to comprehend. Some of these things are so beautiful. If you look them up and contemplate them while you're creating, you will infuse that marvel of energy into your work and it will show. That's what we're after. We want to see the peace that you created in your work. Then when you see it and others see it, they too feel at peace. This is how we influence a culture that values peace. This is one of our goals, is to create a culture that values peace. Artists influence culture. This is how we change the world, you guys. I'm not sure you're quite comprehending the power that we hold in creating art that represents something. Our dedication to to finding a more peaceful path to the world, through the world, to the world. Our dedication to finding a more peaceful path to the future. On top of the fountain of life, we have the tree of life. Then on each side, we have the Fibonacci spirals. Lots of creation grows by this mathematical equation of the Fibonacci spiral. Seashells, sunflowers, they all incorporate this design as they unfurl and grow. It's amazing. It was important to me to include this. Billy Meyer's version does not have this exactly, but I believe that you can create your version how you see fit. And finally, we have a lotus on top. This one happens to be made out of canning lids, used canning lids, no less. But the lotus grows from the muck and the mud and the grossest part of the pond where you don't want to step. And it produces a beautiful, spotless, amazing flower. It represents rebirth. It's a beautiful symbol. All of the symbols within this symbol represent life itself. The existing symbol for peace is an upside-down tree of life. And in Europe, they use that symbol as a symbol for death on a tombstone. It represents death. When you put a circle around anything, it represents never ending. The existing peace symbol represents never-ending death. We need to change that. We need to create a culture on our planet that values peace. And we can start, artists, we need you. We can start by creating a new symbol for peace. In my future, I see this as a symbol that every artist will have in every art fair. Galleries will feature it. Every person, every patron is going to seek out a version of peace by the artist that they love. They want to see your version. This is my vision of the future, and I would love it if you would join us. And our first step forward is this show in September at CSPS Hall. Where better to start something like this than the heartland of America? We need you. We need your peace. We need your artwork, and we would love to give you some awards. So if you'd like to sponsor this show, please reach out. We would love to have sponsorship for the multiple awards that we have planned. Oh, and I was going to show you a version of it sewn, because you can create peace. You can create peace in any medium. You can create it painting, you can sew, you can sculpt, you can create it as earrings. We want to see your version. What does your version of peace look like? This is one I just recently finished, which is super fun. The back part of this jacket, the whole bottom part, was ripped out. Somebody left it behind at my place this summer. So I created peace on it. So this is the inside. And I had to take an old shirt and cover the big holes. But now I'm going to wear this with pride everywhere I go. And it's going to give me a talking point when people comment on it. And how couldn't they? I really am proud of the way this came out, and videos are going to be coming so that I can show you a basic pattern of how you could create one too. So please join us for the September show. This is your heads up. We would love to see your piece. And if you want to know more, there's going to be some more details on our website at ProjectCreatePeace.org. If you are interested in sponsoring any of the awards, we would love to hear from you. Please reach out. ProjectCreatePeace@gmail.com will get you here. Any of the socials, Project Create Peace, will find hashtag Project Create Peace will find us on every social media platform, I believe, that's out there. We've even just opened a Blue Sky account. So Twitter, Facebook, all of the things, and the gram and all of it. So we're doing our best to get the message out because I believe in this so much. I believe that we can come together and we can pool our energy to affect a better future. I hope you'll join us. Thank you.